Hello, welcome back to Isyour6covered. Today we're just having a little fun, bored, and last month I ordered this CMC Lantac Trigger, flat face, and I'm hoping that I've heard nothing but good stuff from my buddies using this. So today we're going to use, this is a 308, but it has the POF lower on it, which will take regular AR stuff. So that's one thing nice about the lower parts kit for an AR-15 will fit into this POF lower, which is pretty awesome. That makes it a little bit easier to find parts for it. This gun, unfortunately, is set up really nice, but I don't use it enough. So it'd be kind of nice to get it all dialed in and start taking this thing out and taking full advantage of it. So little work in progress, kind of want to get back into it. Some of the things that you'll see right off the bat is I did go ahead and camouflage it with a type of sponge kind of camouflage. So I'll give you guys it's pretty cool looking. Hey Timothy, thanks for showing up. But on here we got, I'm trying to figure out, we got a gold ring Leupold scope. It's a 3.5 by 10. So this is something that I've had for a long time, over probably 10 years. It's got a POF. Now it has the Magpul stock on the back. This one is adjustable back and forth, up and down, cheek well, that kind of stuff. But it's an enjoyable gun, but I haven't spent the time and energy trying to really dial this thing in. I think running the new trigger is definitely going to help. It does have a regular stock trigger from Zara. Let's see, I'm trying to think of which part kit I had, but it is clear. Just a horrible, basically a horrible stock trigger in it. So we'll go ahead and change that out, and I'm hoping that this will be a more enjoyable firearm, something that I'll like to shoot a little more often, but we'll see. But just another day in the neighborhood. If you have any questions, just ask. Hopefully I can answer them for you. But we'll take it apart. I know it does have I think it's the BCM. Yeah, the BCM gunfighter charging handle. And I believe it has just a standard bolt that came with the upper. I bought it. It was I think they called it an SAS. It's some competition barrel, supposedly. I don't know. But it shoots pretty well. Let me get a couple rags here, and we'll get started. But I'm definitely looking forward to running this new trigger. Kind of had a few options to put it in. I got an AR pistol I was thinking about putting it in. And then I was thinking that's kind of a waste. Trigger of this this type. These usually run around like 200, and we got them on sale for like $80-something. These are kind of cool too because they're all one piece. You basically disassemble the old one, and some of the things you'll see here is it has keeper screws that you normally wouldn't see in the pins, so it'll help lock it in. But we'll find out if it's worth it. I have had it says it's going to be a 3.5-pound trigger, which will be really nice. 0.1 or 0.154 pins, which are standard, and we'll find out if it fits in there. So this part kit, like I said earlier, was with these POFs. It's designed where you put in basically the AR-15 parts kit, which makes it pretty nice because you can find more parts readily available. But as you can see, we'll go in here and just kind of give you guys an idea what we got going. We're going to change it out and see how great this is. I'm sure most of you have felt what a stock trigger feels like. It works well, does what it needs to do. And then when you're trying to do something with a little more accuracy, a little tighter groups, having the crutch of a gizmo, as I like to call it, can definitely help the shooter place a tighter group. So let me find some roll pins here. Or some punch pins, I should say. And then we'll get started. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it and seeing how well it does. I think that's the one there. If not, I got these ones. So normally I would put this on a vise, but I'm not going to do that today because that sounds too easy. But yeah, this thing, so just feeling the release of this thing is way crisper. You can just, it just is, I'm pretty excited about putting that in there. So it's been a while, so I want to make sure I do this right. If I do that, I'm going to take this off. I'm going to get rid of one of these as I almost fall to my death. Let's see if this is the right one. Nope. Thanks for showing up, guys. We got Custom Black Guns and We the People. Timothy Robinson and Janice Gay. Now, I think Jan, which is Alan B. Pro, he also bought the same trigger, I believe. And I think he actually likes it, but we're going to check it out. I do not have a gauge for a trigger, but I will definitely be able to feel the difference in a standard mil-spec trigger compared to the Lantac. If I'm not good enough to feel that difference, that's pretty bad. Pretty bad. All right, so I'm going to get this roll pin out of here. Find a rubber handle. Do any of you guys have kids? And if so, there we go. It's like, where the hell's my part at, right? What did you do with it? All right, so the selector switch is almost up. Okay, put that over there on the side. Don't need that. Get rid of all the stuff I don't need. And then we're going to knock these pins out. Take the tension off here. And what do we got? I guess we're just going to have to do this. We'll just do it like this. Let me find one thing, something. Something. I don't know how much you guys are aware, but when it comes to guns and stuff like that, to me they are tools, so you will see me beating the shit out of them. I don't care so much about, you know, if you got scratches on them or whatever the case is, because at the end of the day, it's a tool. That's it. That's all it is. All right, so there's those pins. Here is here's a hammer. Get rid of all this crap out of here. And let's try out the new, let's see if Jan said no take up, shot crisp break, and the reset is crazy awesome. Yeah, exactly. And that's what I'm hoping for. That is what I'm hoping for. So let's cock this back. And I love the POF. The POF lowers, especially in the 308. I have another one that I haven't completed or finished building because I don't know. Ammo is expensive for the 308. I'm not reloading that yet. I have been saving the brass, which is cool. Someday soon, some magical day, I will start reloading. So the difference on these is on the standard, they got the little notch in them. Most of you guys, I'm preaching to the choir. This one is basically just a smooth pin, and you hold them in place with screws on the ends. So that can be a good thing or a bad thing. But let's see how this fits in here. And then we will see. Let me line it up. Turn it here. Oh, look at that. Right in there. This is almost, I better not say anything yet. Let me get the other pin in first, and then I'll say how awesome. Oh, yeah. So those went in like that fast. Straight in. Look at that trigger. Doesn't that thing look badass? Awesome. All right. So all I really need to do is tighten these up. So it does come with 2 Allen wrenches, and I'm assuming they're the same size. They're well oiled, and it comes with 4. Oh, I know why it's got 2. So you can tighten them both at the same time. Now, before I put Loctite in and try all that, uh-oh, come on, there it is. Don't lose the screws. All right. Let me sit in my chair here. I need to get focused or I'm going to lose these little damn screws. And you guys are going to hear me make a bunch of bad words come out. It's going to be Alan's fault. Man, this stuff is oiled up. There's a lot of oil on this. All right, I'll put the other one in. So right off the bat, putting in a standard mil-spec trigger, you got springs, you got all sorts of shit you got to figure out if you're not familiar with putting it together. You buy something like this that's already put together, you just can't make it any easier. Now, I'm getting a little tension on that, so I'm thinking I need to read the directions. They should all be threaded the same, but for some reason, this one's not screwing all the way in. So before I ruin threading, I'll try a different screw, because the last thing I want to do is screw this up. That one doesn't go in any better. All right, so I'm going to take these out, and I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about. All right, so here's the pin, and I'd get closer if I could, but I got this table in my way. And for some reason, maybe the threads don't want to go on that one. Definitely didn't let it cross thread because you don't want that. But see, that's as far as that one's going in. So I got to figure out what's up. So that's what it should look like, nice and flush. Try to twist it by hand, see if it'll go, if it'll give a little bit. But that's not a good thing. So let's try this one. All right, so it's not doing it. It's threading in like it should. So I'm going to try to, I tried 2 different screws. I'm just going to try to see if I can get it past. Maybe there's a burr in there. Just a little bit to see. I'll come back out. and it's kind of doesn't want to. See what we got, see what the threads look like. They are pretty fine threads. It's hard to see. The lighting in here is pretty good, but it's a little difficult. But I definitely don't want to screw this up. Worst case scenario, I might have to run a tap through it. And hopefully I got one that size. But let's put this one in and see if there's the same problem or not. Wonder if okay, so that one went in just fine. Let's try this one. Honestly, that's the same damn thing. All right, let me read the directions. I'm going to take this pin out now and see if the thread pitch is different on 2 screws. I don't know why the hell you would do that. It makes no flipping sense. But who knows? Let's see if I can get the screw off here again. Man, I thought this was going to be simple. It went in so damn easy. All right, so there's the 2 with the mark on it. I would assume it's just that one side for some reason. This side goes in. That one goes in just fine. And this one catches straight, but it catches. Flip it over. Goes in just fine. So those screws work good. So that makes no freaking sense. We got if it don't fly, I can send you the extra set I have. There went so easy to install. I know I shouldn't have said nothing. As soon as the pins went in perfect, I was like, oh, this is so damn easy. Okay, now I did get the other side to screw in. So let's see if I can just kind of, let me see if I have a tap first before I go scrunching down. Oh, those are in here. Then I gotta open this up. All right, screw it. Let me see. Let me see if I can do this without ruining it. All right. Let's do a pair of pliers here. All right, so it's going. There was just a burr. Must have been just a burr. So now we're good to go. GTG, good to go. So let's do this. Let's skin the smoke wagon. All right, so that one's in. All 4 of those screws went in. So now we should be ready to go, magic style. Actually, I can leave that one tight. Just slide it through. Man, that's impressive. I tell you what, when everything's going right, it's pretty damn awesome. It slid right in. No issues. Like I said earlier, there's not going to be any, I'm not going to run Loctite because I'm not sure this is going to be the one that it stays in, but for now, we'll try it out at the range, see how it does. And if it's, I'm kind of wishing I would have just bought a few of these because the price was so damn unbelievable. But I've never used these before, so I didn't want to just spend a bunch of money on something I didn't know if it'd work. But now that I know they work well, if it ever goes on sale again, I'm definitely going to want to pick up a few of these. Something I would say that's a little different is you obviously got the exposed screws. Not that it's going to change the function of anything, but it's you're going to feel them there when you, but they shouldn't do anything. So I'm going to tighten these up. Hand tight, not too crazy, but not too weak where they rattle out real fast. They're oily though. They're slippery, which is good. They're not all rusted, right? Not all rusted up. And I think after I do this project, I might do I might try to do that 6, the Bald and Curious style 6. Pops Quest put a thing out about shooting 6 shots from a shotgun and then loading 6 shots. And I think he was trying to say time to beat was something something. But now this thing's in, looks good. Check that out. Hopefully that flat trigger. Not to say that I don't prefer a flat trigger, but I don't have the I don't have much behind the flat trigger, so it's going to be something to get used to. Kind of looking forward to that. And I guess I got to put all this other shit in here. I got ahead of myself because I want to check this thing out. I guess I could, but let's just go ahead and put it all back together like you're supposed to do. A little excited, I guess. All right. You got to put the selector switch back in. And you got to put this in here. The detent. You got to put this here. Put this in here. Now we're golden. All right. Before you do that, you should make sure that right in there. All right. The fun part. All right. There we go. Let's see how she works. I don't know. You ever notice nothing works right when you're trying to do shit on camera? Oh, it's going. It's just long bolt. Yeah, so Jambi Gay is saying you won't notice the little screws on the end. That makes sense. Tighten this down. This is how I do it. I just grab a wrench, and then I get a little more leverage on it. Not too much, though. It's aluminum. All right, selector switch works. That's always a plus. Get some of this crap out of the way here. That's done. Move this. Put this back. All right. We shall see very soon. Feels all right. It's got a weird the reset's nice. Let me loosen those screws up. I almost feel like it's squeezing it too much or something. I don't know if that's the case, but it doesn't feel as magical as everybody says it does. So I don't know if in my competition, my 3-gun rifle, I run a Geisley 2-stage trigger. That is a nice trigger, but feels so weird. Let's just loosen this up a little bit, see if it changes anything. Maybe there's too much pressure on it. I hope that's the problem. All right, so they're loose. They're loose. It's got a weird. The reset's really nice. Maybe it needs to be broken in. It's definitely tactile and audible resetting. Let's see what we got. Going from Geisley 2-stage to the CMC single is different for sure. Yeah, it's different for sure. It's just cool look factor. Definitely is badass. Oh, you can't see it. There it is. There's this part, right? There's that, which is basically the take up, but it feels like it's hey, Allen B Pro, you have the same trigger. Does yours on the creep, does it feel like sticky? How much you pay for that, Pops Quest said? Well, Pops, I'm pretty sure you know, but it was $83. It's like it feels like the only thing I can come up with is like there's like paint in there or something. Let me see if I can. I'm gonna roll this over and show you guys closer. The reset's very nice. All right, so you guys, I don't know, maybe you can hear this. All right. Actually, that sounds better. Let's pull the pins one more time. Pretty good deal, huh? All right. Nice short pull, but it's trying to show you guys. Actually, I already pulled it. Hold on. So the take up is nice, but it's like there's. Can you hear that? Did you guys oil yours? It's just like feels sticky or something. Like it needs to be. Neither my straight nor my curve 3.5 have that much take up. That was weird. Let's try that again. Maybe it just needs to break in. It almost feels two-stagey, like the way the slack take up hits a wall, but it's like two-stage, like after the wall. Rob, you have the same, is it? I know Rob has the same trigger. But are you guys getting the same results? See, I can hear shit click. Huh. All right, well, I guess I'll just have to take it out. Not meaning take it off the gun, but go take it out and shoot it and see how the 308 does. So we shall see. Now, it's definitely a lot easier than putting a trigger like this, a mil-spec trigger together, especially if you've never done this or it's your first time doing it, trying to make sure the springs are right. And you're like, does it go like this? And maybe you don't want to deal with all that bullshit. Your best bet is to watch YouTube videos. Someone will help you. Look at this. I'm going to show you guys something here. Look at that. Can you see it? That spring. Maybe that way it'll show you easier. Look at that. See how it's hanging out? I'd take it to the gun. I'd take it out of the gun. Something is definitely wrong. It's dragging or sticking somehow. Yeah, that's what I feel. Hey, Parlusk, what's up, buddy? It doesn't feel right. It feels like it would work, but it doesn't feel like a $200 and something trigger. Not that I paid that for it, but I know what real good triggers should feel like. It does feel like it's getting better. Let's try a drop of oil and see. Sometimes you just gotta. If this thing was oiled like the screws that came in the bag, I would definitely say it definitely doesn't need oil. But let's give it a little love. Using the best stuff out there, in my opinion. The Lucas gun oil, but the extreme duty. The other one's too light. That's this one here. It's not as good, I don't think. Not bad. It's not bad stuff, but this stuff seems to be better. Comes with the little needle tip. You can get it in those small spots a little easier. Let's try a little oil. Get some on the springs. See if that does anything. After looking at it, like a flashlight. No, I don't got a flashlight, except on my phone. Let's see if I can do that. I was thinking it was rubbing in the hole that the trigger comes out of, but it's not touching, so it's not that. That feels way better. That right there, folks, is why he's part of the team train wreck. What do we got going here? Told him 100 times, don't know if he read it or not. What did I miss? I'm pretty sure I missed it. Let's see. Obviously, I can't run a mouse with my left hand. If you guys quit typing, I can catch up here. All right, what did Jan say? Think you need to tighten it down. Mine has no take-up. Take the upper off and see if the housing moves at all. All right, we can do that. See if it moves at all, huh? Let me tighten this back down. Remember I loosened the screws earlier a little bit just to see if something was binding up. So maybe that's the problem. I don't know if I'm really a fan of having those screws on the ends. That's the noise. Here, let me take the upper off. It's the first, hold on one sec. Ah, damn it. This is the first noise you hear. It is this portion touching the hammer. Let me show you. Oops, I got the damn screen in the way here. What do you say about 308? Anything especially tight in housing is too tight or bent, making it drag. Now here's the noise that I'm hearing. Damn it, wrong screen again. All right, so right here, this is contacting right here first and making a click noise. So see if I can find a good position here. So you can see that hitting right there. That's that first take up. But it's just basically hitting, it's hitting that flat where it should be, looks like. So what do you guys think about that? Is that normal on yours? Tighten the damn thing up. I feel like it's been here before. I feel like I've been here before. That shouldn't do that. So it's hitting right. Damn it, wrong screen again. Hold on. Over here. Move this over here. Yeah, so it's hitting this flat, right? Gotta flip this bitch over. So I can show you right-handed. Still, that's not any better. Yeah, so it's hitting this part flat. Let's see if I go on this side. It's hitting this flat. Is that supposed to be like that? It's kind of a hard pull. I don't know. You guys tell me. I'm gonna pull a let's do this over here. Hold on a sec. Question is, does it do it like that out of the gun? Out of the gun. 5 out of 5, none of mine touch or drag. So Razor JB, did you go check them? Yeah, it's hitting right here, right on that, right on the edge. Is it too tight in there? No, I mean I didn't crank those down very hard. I even had them loose for a while till someone said to tighten them back up. And there's no movement or slop in it. So that's why I'm kind of confused. I mean, if you can't put together a freaking trigger assembly that's already put together, I mean, throw 2 pins in it and 4 screws, I mean, I don't really know how much easier how much easier you could Let me see if it's really touching. Maybe it's just super close. Get some light on the subject. Not gonna work. Yeah, it hits it. It hits the firing pin, or not the firing pin, the hammer. Check weight. I bet it's heavier. It's definitely not 3.5 pounds. It feels like. Here, let me grab another one. This one's a standard mil-spec trigger. And I'd say it's lighter. Let me do it. Let me keep it the same here. Yeah, and see, this one's like a 1/16 off of the actual hammer, so it doesn't touch when you pull the trigger at all. Yeah, there's. Well, let me just confirm with the flashlight here. Let's see. I got Parlesk calling me right now. Let's see what he has to say. Hey, Parlesk. What's happening? Huh? Here, let me put you on the world of everybody can hear you. Go.
That part that is catching on, is that the spear that holds it once, because when you shoot the gun and you hold the trigger in, that part is catching on. Is that the part that keeps the trigger from firing when you don't let off the gun?
Yeah, but it's not hooking it like when you normally do it where you let the trigger go and it would stay locked like it does.
Right.
That it's not on there. But it is.
It's not resetting all the way. Pretty much, it needs to. It's not resetting all the way is what it is. I don't know why it's so heavy, but that's the reason why it's hitting. It's not resetting all the way.
Like the spring that holds the things too tough.
Yeah.
All right.
It holds it in, or you got a little piece of a burr on it. The metal's not. It's got a microscopic lip on it that's catching it, not letting it fly down all the way.
Yeah, because the spring that holds the I can't even think of what it's called, but let me see. See, and everything looks normal except that part where it touches. Oops.
I can't see because it'll take like 2 minutes before I see that.
Yeah. Seeing the lighting's not the greatest. But so what you're saying, let me turn it this way, maybe that'll work. Hold on, let me get on the other screen. All right. So that's not gonna work. The tell me when where I have the phone up against the deal.
Well, it's going to take a while because you're just now showing it for the first time, I think.
All right. Sounds like Razor JB saying send it back. Yeah, it's got to be. I don't know. This doesn't. See, and that's the problem with if I had another CMC trigger here. If one of the guys would, I'll sell you a new one for $200. Dick alert. Hey, Rob, do you have one at your house that you can look at to see if it touches? I don't know. I might have to move on. It's pretty sad, though.
Even it's not supposed to do that.
Yeah.
That lip is supposed to catch it when you hold the trigger in, and then when you let the trigger off, it drops it down to your regular stick to catch it.
Well, and it will do that. Like, that's the reset.
Right.
And actually, when it's like that, it's fine until you go to pull the trigger again.
Right, it's getting hung up on it. It shouldn't do that at all.
No, but it's not catching on the hook. It's just touching it when you pull the trigger back.
Right.
Like it touches right there, not where it would hook it, because it's the hook's lower than the other hook. So
just follow that off. You don't need it anyway. It'll just be full auto.
Yeah, no shit. All right. Well, that's a major fail, so I'll have to do something. Rob said he's going to send me a new one for free, so that's cool.
I'll let you go.
Oh, check the grip screw. Okay. All right. Thanks, buddy. Talk to you later. Bye. All right. Let's try the grip screw. Maybe I put it in too tight. Anything is possible. That's why I'm here, learning from you guys. All right. Let's do this. We'll get a crank off. There we go. So it's just loose. Okay. It's wiggling a little bit. Back to just barely on there. Nope. Still hits. Huh. I have the worst luck with stuff that's supposed to just fit right in for some reason. All right. Did anybody, he said possible. Hey, Rich, 4150. If not, keep taking screw out and remove that bitch. Razor and Jan just told you. Did they? I'm trying to pay attention here, but I didn't. Razor, let's see. Razor JB said to check. Oh, I just did that. Just look closely at mine. It does not even come close to it. Huh. All right. So I got screwed again. All right. So there you go. The CMC Lantac. I'm the lucky owner of the one that doesn't freaking work. How can it not work? How can this make it through freaking, I just don't understand. The thing perfectly lined up, the holes lined up, the pins went in smooth as silk. Quality control should have seen this. This is what they're supposed to do. Right? If you guys are saying it's not even close, then I guess I'll have to, I can't even put this in something else because it's one big kit. It would do the same exact thing, I'm assuming. You know what I mean? It's like buying a battery that's dead, putting it in your car. It doesn't work, so you decide you're going to put it in another car to see if it'll work. Like, there's really no point. So that's baloney. All right, well, there goes that project. See what you guys have to say. Go back down here. Take it out of the gun and see if it does it. All right, let's do it. Hell, I got nothing better to do. Let me slide this shit over. dun, dun, dun. All right. Another reason why you don't freaking use Loctite until you know the shit works, because it may not work. I've had that happen a couple times. All right. You guys will be able to see it a lot easier, so that's kind of cool. And you'll be able to help me pinpoint the problem. Oh yeah, these can just come out. All right, there's one. Oh, this shit. Oh, it might come out. Probably not though. Nope. I gotta take this shit off. I was hoping I'd get lucky, but obviously my luck is not working today. My luck done run out right when I started this project. So there was like, how many of us was there that ordered these things? There was a bunch of us that ordered these things. And I'm the lucky SOB that finds the only damn one. Yeah, you guys are going to be able to see this way easier now. All right. So here's what I was talking about. Right here. There's got to be a better way to get in here. When you pull the trigger back, come on, focus. It touches right here. It's touching right here. So it's not going over it and catching it, but if you think of this as like a hammer, come on, light. If you think of that as like a hammer, it's basically touching right on the end like this. Yeah, it's an AR-10 POF, but it's a it takes a AR-15 style lower parts kit. So this should work just fine, but it no worky. So you guys got any ideas? Couple thousand rounds in it, 1.5 ounce 5 pull average. Nice. That's what I'm looking for. I knew as soon as I pulled that trigger back though, I could feel this weird, it was not a fancy trigger. I mean, it felt almost as bad as mil-spec. All right, so you can kind of, let me see if I can get it where you can see it. See how it looks? It's just right there touching it basically. Damn it, I wish I could get in there easier. Basically right there is where it's hitting the top of the hammer. And that's the kit. I mean, yeah, send it back. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to. I hate sending shit back. But this is what mine looks like. Oh, there we go. It's almost focus free. As soon as you touch that, it hits that flat portion of it. All right. Damn, still on that trigger. Yeah, still on the trigger, Robin. It's no worky. It's broken. It broken. So I got to send it back. I have no idea where the receipt is, any of that shit. All right, Trigger, I was touring a local fire station when you went live. Tour cut short to medical and fire call. Oh, movie theater on fire. Damn, that could be bad, especially if there's a lot of people watching videos or movies. So, all right. So I'm the unlucky guy that got the, so far, the only one that has got the screwed up one. So other than that, thank you guys for your help. This would have really sucked if not for the fearless crew. So I appreciate it. I guess I'll put the stocky back in it, the mil spec, and send that one back, and I'll keep you guys updated. Thanks again for supporting me. I do appreciate it. See you guys on the next video. Take care. I'm going to be doing some quad loading to beat Bald and Curious and hopefully Pop's Quest. Doing the indoor stuff right now, though. So he put one out. Bald and Curious did an indoor one. So I'll probably do that since it's nice and warm in here, but not outside. So Pop says it was emailed to me, so that's cool. All right, you guys, take care. Appreciate it again, and have a wonderful day. And stay warm because it's cold outside. See ya.